Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we are here to discuss some holiday items that I purchased throughout the course of these holiday sales. When we're walking around and we're Christmas shopping, we just get sucked into all these holiday sales, and sometimes we have regrets, and sometimes we stumble upon stuff that we might maybe actually repurchase. So that's what we're here to discuss today. Out of all of these products that I purchased throughout the past couple of weeks during the holiday season, which of these products would I repurchase and which of these are regrets? So if that is something you're interested in watching, you're in the right place. We're about to get into it.
I'm a lone wolf. 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 I'm a
Starbucks coffee container from my sister, Repurchase. I love this thing. Okay guys, so during the holiday season, a lot of things are on sale. A lot of things look really cool and pretty and sparkly, and we purchase them without even thinking. And then sometimes they end up being things that we regret. Sometimes they end up being things that we really, really like and will probably repurchase. So we're actually going to talk about repurchase or regret out of this little pile of products that I have in front of me today. So let's get started with the kind of gadgety type of things. I think that's a good place to start. The first gadget I want to discuss is by Conair, and this little beauty caught my eye as it was on sale over the course of the last couple of weeks, and it's new. It's called the True Glow Glam Vibrating Makeup Blender, and it comes in a nice little package like this, and basically it promises that you're going to just get this seamless blend on your face because of the rapid vibration that is combined with the beauty blender aspect of this. So, of course, I was a little curious about it, and I went ahead and picked it up. Now, I'll give you guys a close-up of this here. So, basically what this is, guys, is it's a beauty blender that has a hole in the bottom, and a small vibrator is just shoved into the beauty blender, and it has a button on the bottom of it, and it causes the vibration to kind of go all throughout the actual beauty blender itself. Now, this requires a AAA battery, just one AAA battery, and it's very easy to assemble. This just kind of twists off and it pops open, and you put your battery in there. You put this on, and then you slide this into the sponge, and the button is here on the bottom, and you just turn it on and you blend away. And it's fairly quiet. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I'll hold it up to the mic and see if you can hear it. Can you guys hear that? So the concept of this is not a bad concept. The idea of vibration going through a beauty blender is actually not that bad. I'll give you guys a close-up here of the actual application process with this. So it does actually make really quick work of blending your foundation out on the face. Because the vibration kind of goes throughout the beauty blender, it does like double blend as you're blending it. Not only is the blending of the pressing motion happening, but it's also the motion of the vibration throughout the sponge that's also blending the foundation. So it just makes really quick work of the process, which in and of itself is a good thing, and I like the idea and the concept behind the technology. However, it just hasn't been perfected yet, and I'm hoping that somebody comes along and actually perfects it. So some of the flaws that this initial design has are, first of all, the sponge is one of those sponges, and you know the sponges that I'm talking about. When you actually buy a beauty blender, you get it home, you get it wet, and then you go, oh, this is one of those sponges. It's not soft, it's like a little hard. When you get it wet, it does swell up a little bit, so that kind of gave me hope, but it still has that really firmness to it when you're actually using it. So the sponge itself is not ideal. Number two, when you get this damp, not only does the sponge itself swell, but the hole that the vibrator goes into swells as well. So the vibrator thing is constantly slipping out of the bottom of this, and you can't keep it in there. You're kind of like holding it to try and keep it in there and using it to blend out your foundation at the same time. So it becomes a little frustrating. So that is an issue as well. Also, it's not as sturdy as I would like it to be. After using this 2 or 3 times on, like, actually it was the 3rd time that I went to use it, I took this out because you want to take this out and then you go get it wet, and I was wringing it out and I went to put the device into the bottom of it and it did this. And that was after just the 3rd time of using it. So this isn't, from a construction standpoint, this isn't the most solid product, but it is a good concept. So I'm hoping that somebody comes along and perfects it and makes it a little bit better. But as of right now, this one goes down as a regret. The next products that I want to talk to you guys about are actually a product that was on sale, and I absolutely could not resist the price point, even though it is a luxury item. And that is this pair from the Black Rose Mask from Sicily Paris. Now, this is actually the Black Rose Cream Mask, and this is the Black Rose Skin Infusion Cream. This product in and of itself is $165. This product in and of itself on the Sicily website is $195. So put together separately, if these were to be bought individually, it's like $350 in skincare items. And I've really been wanting to use both of these so that I could give you guys some feedback on them. But $350 for 2 items was a little bit too much. However, they had a sale where if you bought one, you basically got one free. So you spent $195 on one item and you got the other one for free. So whereas it's normally $350 for both, I spent $200 and got both. So that was a great deal. Now, as far as performance goes, how do these actually perform? Are they worth it, or do I regret spending that kind of money on these products? As much as I hate to say it, you guys, I absolutely love these items. Let's talk about this one first. So this is actually a mask, and it's basically a thick cream that you put on your face. They say to let it sit on there for about 5 or 10 minutes and then just wipe it away with a tissue, or you could rinse it off if you wanted to. What it does is it's basically like an instant shot of plumping beautifulness into the skin. It basically plumps the skin so much that it just gets rid of fine lines and wrinkles. It gives you this beautiful, hydrated, plumping, lifted look to the skin that is to die for. Now, this one is the Black Rose Skin Infusion Cream, and it's basically a moisturizer. Now, this is a little on the heavier side, so this isn't probably something I would be a big fan of during the summer months, but during the winter months, this is going to be stunning. Now, I will say this, if you are not a fan of things that are scented, I would not recommend these products for you. Both of these products have a very heavy scent to them, as a lot of Sicily products do. These 2 products aren't any different. However, the ingredients list out of both of these products are absolutely stunning. All great for you ingredients when it comes to the skin. This cream is one of the best moisturizers that I've used in a very, very long time. Not only is this infused with black rose oil, but it also has hibiscus oil in here. There's a lot of different extracts in here that are really targeting the texture of your skin. So it's formulated to smooth the skin out and soften the skin. At the same time, it's going to plump the skin, give you this nice radiant glow, and really infuse the skin with a lot of hydration to last you throughout the day. So this is a great moisturizer to use for the winter months. Absolutely Erica approved. Absolutely Erica approved. Now, are these worth the money individually on their own? This one, because moisturizers, really good moisturizers, are very common out there. And while this is amazing as a moisturizer, there are a lot of amazing moisturizers out there that don't cost $200. So this one I would be a little bit hesitant on. This one, it's just one of those that's a one of a kind from a mask perspective. I haven't run across anything that does the plumping and the radiance and just the beautiful skin appearance that this gives you after you use this as a mask. Especially if you are middle-aged or older and you deal with a lot of fine lines and texture on the skin. Your skin tends to be dry. This is a miracle worker. This one, it's really, really nice, but I think you could find duplicates out there that do just as good a job and not cost you $200. So I don't know. The special, if you come across the special, absolutely do it. But these two on its own, I would say go with this one. All right, so around the holiday times, Philosophy has all of these gift sets out there. You see them everywhere. And I haven't really been a big Philosophy kind of person. I will give you a little hint. I'm trying out some Philosophy products right now, but I haven't tried them out long enough to give you guys an informed review on them. One thing that I have purchased that I can give you an informed review on is this, and it is called The Present, and this is by Philosophy. Now, this is basically like a primer. This is the last step that you would do in your skincare regimen, and it's supposed to act like that kind of finishing layer, like a primer kind of that you would use before you put your makeup on. It's like a finishing cream type deal. They classify this as an invisible skin perfector, and it is oil-free, etc. It's basically an oil-free primer, and it is amazing. I absolutely love this stuff. Let me give you guys a close-up of it here. So what this does is it actually helps to smooth out the appearance of fine lines, your pores, any uneven texture. It has a lot of antimicrobial enzymes in there that really help to promote clarity on the skin so it won't break you out. It is an oil-free formula, which is amazing. It gives you this smooth, kind of a matte finish that gives you like this flawless finish to take with you throughout the course of the day. One thing that I really, really like is that makeup adheres to this stuff really, really well. I have found that it has really increased longevity when it comes to my foundation and my makeup products. I love that about this product. Not only that, I will say it does make your face look kind of flawless. It definitely has a different finish. When you put it on, you actually need to wait about a good 2 to 3 minutes from the time that you put this on to the time that you transition into putting your makeup on. So that is important to note. But after that, when you put on your foundation, you just can look in the mirror and you notice a difference. You're just like, wow, everything looks really seamless and hydrated and nothing is sinking into fine lines, and it's lasting me throughout the course of the day. This is an amazing primer, and if you've never tried this from Philosophy, absolutely recommend. This is definitely going to be a repurchase for me. So another thing that came out and was on sale, and I thought, oh, that's a great idea, let me pick it up, was the Revlon One-Step Volumizer and Hair Dryer. And this thing is basically a hair dryer, and it's supposed to be a volumizer all in one. So the concept is that this is a hair dryer in here, and it's also supposed to infuse your hair with volume. So you just do this, and then when your hair is like towel dried, and then you just hold it for a long time until your hair dries, and then you just pull it out. And the idea is that you have this volumized, really pretty, dry type of look, and you do it all around the head. Now, it performs really, really well, and it does a really good job. My problem is patience. I don't have a lot of patience. Now, it has the dials down here at the bottom, which is really cool. It goes from high to low, and then there's a cool setting here, and then obviously off. So the dial is down here, and it just rotates. And it really does blow out a good amount of air. So it's like an actual hair dryer. And this retails for like 60 bucks. I got mine at Bed Bath & Beyond. I think it was like $59.99, but I had a 20% off coupon that everybody gets from Bed Bath & Beyond. So it ended up being fairly reasonable. Now the bristles are good. This is a heavy, good quality product. I wish it wasn't oval. I do wish it was round because that bend can be seen in the hair, number one. But number two, when I'm drawing it and I'm holding it like this is where I lose patience. Having to kind of hold it here and hold it and wait and hold it and wait. And then, you know, I'm going back and I'm checking it. Oh, it's not dry yet. So let me roll it back up and then I hold it and wait. For me, I would rather turn my head upside down and just dry my whole head and then take a curling iron and put my big, because I use a big 2-inch barrel curling iron, put my big curls in and then call it a day. And I think it's because when I'm doing that routine, I'm constantly moving. I think with this, I have to like sit there like this. And I am such a run around jittery type of individual that this and sitting there just, it drives me crazy. So I haven't been reaching for it as much as I probably should. But if you are a little more patient than I am, you actually might really, really like this. This is actually not a bad idea. It's not a bad gift idea either. It's actually really cool. It does leave your hair very, very soft and very smooth. It does give you a little bit of extra volume because you're drying your hair like this, so it's lifted at the root, and it puts that initial kind of lift right there at the root. So it does give you some additional volume as well, and it does have a very high-powered blow dryer in here. So this isn't like, you know, some kind of little mamby-pamby blow dryer. It actually has a decent amount of wattage coming through here, voltage. So it's definitely Erica approved, even though I have a hard time sitting still long enough to use it. It does its job. It does it well. It's really pretty. I wish it was round and not oval, but that's definitely something you can adjust with once you get used to it. You can just, where you put the bend, you'll start paying attention to that a little bit more. But overall, it's a solid piece of equipment. It actually works really, really good. The price point on it is fantastic. So, I mean, it's a win-win. I do really like this thing. It's just hard to sit still and use it like I should. Alright, next up is an item that I got sucked into buying at a Nordstrom trade show that you guys saw that I went to right before the holidays. Everything was on sale. They had all the bright, shiny stuff there, and this is something that I wanted to hold off until I really dug in and used this product before I actually spoke to you guys about it because, drumroll please, this item cost $450, and it's an eye cream that costs $450. And this eye cream, it was made by La Mer, and it comes in a little contraption that looks like this. I'll give you guys a close-up of it here. Now, one of the things that you'll notice about this eye cream, this is called the Eye and Expression Cream by La Mer, and one of the things you'll notice is that the lid actually has this little magnetic applicator that is magnetized to the top, and you can actually use that to actually put the stuff on your face. But overall, there's only about a half ounce of product in here. I've pretty much used it all, and I can safely say now, after using this as long as I have, and I've almost used this entire container, that this is absolutely not worth $450. Now, having said that, let me tell you guys something about La Mer. La Mer was put together by a scientist that got burned. He was a really well-renowned kind of scientist out there in the industry. It was a typical story of one of his experiments gone awry, and it caused him to really be covered in burns. Now, for the next 12 years after that, he was obsessed with formulating a product that would help heal and help the skin regenerate because obviously of what was inflicted on his own skin. He lived by the ocean, so he worked a lot with algae and kelp extracts, and over the course of these 12 years, he formulated a way to produce, he got this specific concoction of ingredients, And the way that he took this concoction of ingredients and the way that he manufactured that, in other words, he took those ingredients and put it through a distiller, basically, like a distillation process. And that process has a lot of steps. It requires like crazy things like music to be played to the ingredients, and then they have to be like boiled and extracted for a certain period of time, and then they have to ferment for a certain period of time. Like, it's crazy how time intensive this final formulation is. But when it comes out the other end, the product is called a miracle broth. And that miracle broth is actually an ingredient that is within the entire La Mer line. So it's in everything from the powder to the foundation to everything that is La Mer. It has this miracle broth infused in it. But that's where a lot of the price point comes from, is because this miracle broth, this specific concoction of ingredients, is very time, it takes a long time to make one batch of this miracle broth. So you'll notice that all of the products within the La Mer line are all very expensive, and this isn't any different. While this is one of the most expensive products that the line offers, all of the products in La Mer are actually quite pricey. But this is by far one of the most expensive items that La Mer has. Now, you take some of this product out. You're supposed to put it on the end of this and then use this to apply it. You can use it around your eyes, your expression lines, your forehead lines, your smile lines. All of this is supposed to go towards like any fine lines and wrinkles. And then it's specially formulated for, you know, the fine lines and wrinkles that we all struggle with. And it's supposed to really make this big difference. And, you know, they bill all of the normal stuff. It's just supposed to be a miracle worker. And honestly, you guys, it's just a really nice eye cream. I mean, it does a really good job at hydration. It really didn't significantly reduce a lot of my expression lines that I have underneath my eyes, or the expression lines that I have on my face. I'll tell you, the one thing that has worked on a lot of that stuff is the new face item that I talked about in a previous video. That's kind of like that workout for the face. That thing has done more for me than this has. And I don't know, you guys, this is $450. That is an absolute regret. This just did not live up to the hype. There is a Peter Thomas Roth eye cream out there that is part of the anti-wrinkle line, and it does an amazing job long term of dealing with fine lines and wrinkles. As a matter of fact, Sicily has an eye contouring cream that is actually for around the lips, where you get wrinkles around the lips and around the eye. It does an amazing job at firming that area and helping a lot with fine lines and wrinkles. Philosophy has an eye cream that I'm currently trying out to see if it works, but so far in the process, I've been pleasantly surprised with the results. And none of those products, even though all of those products I just talked about are usually all high-end luxury products, they're all amazing, but none of them cost $450, and all of them worked better than this did. So this was a big letdown for me. I was really hoping to see some kind of game-changing, life-altering results from this, and this ended up being a really big regret. Alright guys, well that is it for repurchase or regret. What do you guys think? Did you guys get sucked into any products throughout these holiday sales that you guys regret? Definitely let me know in the comments down below. I would really like to hear from you guys. Don't forget, we have a contest going on between now and the end of this month. Somebody is going to get the James Charles palette. We are going to be doing that video on Monday, December the 3rd. That is when the live stream video is going to go live to announce the winner. That's also going to be the kickoff of our December extravaganza. So we have a lot of giveaways coming up in December, so stay tuned for all of that. So you guys have between now and this coming up weekend to get all of your entries in in for the James Charles palette. Make sure that you stay tuned to my Instagram for the time of the video. The video will be live streamed December the 3rd, and it'll be sometime that evening, but stay tuned on my Instagram channel and I will announce the time for it then. As far as entries, all you guys have to do is go back to the James Charles review video and make sure that you like that video. Make sure that you guys are a subscriber, and then make sure that you put down in the comment section a way to get in touch with you in the event that you are the winner, or you can send me a DM on Instagram, either way. So good luck to everybody. I'm really excited to announce the winner for that palette. I know it's sold out everywhere. I can't believe it went as fast as it did, but it did. So I hope they do a restock soon, but whoever ends up getting it, there are some extra goodies in there. I did put some additional little trial size items in there, which are a lot of fun. It's always trial size items of things that I use that I always want to share with you guys. So there's some little extra goodies in there as well. So get all your last minute entries in. As always, I hope all of you guys are very happy and very healthy, and I will see you guys in the next video. Mwah!